Looking for a man. It's Woodside. Quickly to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Black Knights really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And the defense brought the blitz on third down, trying to see if they could rattle the quarterback. But how about the poise? He knew where his answer was. He didn't panic or freak out. He just went through his progressions, picked up the first, and we got a fresh set of downs.
To the air on first down. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. With the catch, it's Brady. And the defense makes a big hit, knocks him down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
The Black Knights are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too, understanding the situation. It's third down. We're fine giving up completions right there, but we're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to do it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Going right to work up top. Moving away from pressure. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's caught. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. First and 10, they're down to the 25. Hand off from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
The Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker.
This receiver is so dangerous out in space, and it's a nice job by the QB getting him the ball early on the curl route. And you see, once he has it, he's got some wiggle, he's got some shake, makes some defenders miss, and gets up the field.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Field goal is good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Looking to throw, it's Woodside. He's got him in the flat. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Oh, sweet feet. Got room at the 35. Turns it on down the left side. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Black Knights.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
We've reached the break, and Army has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First play of the period, first down here. Give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Using the quick game. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Well, not a lot the defense can do on that play. They got a curl route. They're playing zone coverage. Everybody got dropped to their spots correctly, but there was just way too much velocity on that throw. They didn't have a chance to break that one.
They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
A look out over the Hudson, and it looks calm. It is not calm in Mikey Stadium on this third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. A low line drive and short kick. He'll field the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The inside handoff. Turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. That's exactly what you'd expect from this brave old Army team, getting it done on the ground.
Yeah, they know who they are, they know what they want to do, and they're going to run the football at you early and often in this football game.
Rushes on him. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Catch and stride inside the 15. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there.
Got enough space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Army!
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Rich. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
And the Cougars have this offense rolling. Looking to throw on first down. Now adjusting. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And he's got it inside the 10. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for 6. Touchdown, Cougars. Quick strike through the air for the score.
BYU.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring this one out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Woodside. Under fire. Got a man, it's Reed. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll try the run. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. The throw. Pucks it out of the air. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Back to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Mikey Stadium, alive. A wall of cadets trying to urge on their fellow soldiers on third down. Quick release on the RPO. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got his man on the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar!
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Dropping back, it's Woodside. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Fires left. He's got an open man. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They had this lead to start in the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Safe completion on the screen. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
The Cougars come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. He'll go to the sneak.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
BYU has this offense clicking. Out of the gun, the inside give. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Barnes. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
A look out over the Hudson, and it looks calm. It is not calm in Michie Stadium on this 3rd down. Right on the money. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds at the 34.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
He leaves it with his back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Rich. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the fourth.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Pulls it, fired complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there.
There he goes! The tag! And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Black Knights!
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on second down. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Rich. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Looks as if BYU will have a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
He's got his man, makes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Finding an escape route. Breaks into the open. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
Mikey Stadium, alive, a wall of cadets trying to urge on their fellow soldiers on third down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll try to take it back, and they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to it. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. To the air, it's Woodside. Buys a little extra time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Great place to start for this offense. Might be calling a hot route. They'll leave it with him. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Give from the gun. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this third down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Man, did the defense need the stop. Great job getting the third down stop. They needed to force a punt. They got to get their offense the football back so they have a chance in this football game. Really nice execution by this defense.
The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
Timeout, Army.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt. They push the lead to 4 here in the 4th. First order of business here, don't give up a big return, then the defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Finds his man in the middle.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I need to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he
wants to go deep. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. At that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
They'll throw on 3rd and short. He's taking the deep shot. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Here's a throw downfield late. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.